We're back with the funky asymmetric shapes. Gotta love it. This one is called the Asymetric 4-2-3-1 left wing back right DM. And as you can take a look at, it's somewhat asymmetric. You've got this little bundle here in the midfield that is kind of pushed over to the left side. So we're going to take a look at it and how it does with our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. Now, the only description on the page I got this from for this tactic says 87% win, 7 draws, 6 losses in the first 100 games in the J League. So they tested it out with the J League, even though the picture shows Barcelona. But let's take a look and see how it does for our teams. Well, another one where Liverpool wins the league, 82 points. It must really have been a downturn this season, though. Aston Villa, though, wow, you get 57 points, well below your average. You do get 85 goals, though. It looks like that's tied for second, maybe. But 97 for Liverpool. Very attacking, at least. Liverpool domestic cups, unfortunately, coming up against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, losing in the first leg, drawing in the second, and you're out there. You get to the FA Cup quarters, but against Norwich is where you fall. Well, thank goodness they get a trophy number 2 against Sporting, 1-1 in penalties in the Europa League final. So overall, 82 points, not great overall, but considering everyone else had a downturn in their tops of the league, I'll take it. Winners of the Europa League is not bad at all. The quarterfinals of the FA Cup, semifinals of the Carabao Cup, I guess. Squad-wise, they have some green, but we've seen seas that are just deeper than that. But 34 goals for Nunez, 27 for Salah is fantastic. If we look at assists, 22 for Robertson, Szoboszlai with 21, and then average rating, Van Dijk gets to the top with a 7.37. He had 15 goals? Wow. Now, Aston Villa looks like they did a fantastic job in the domestic cups up to Chelsea. Well, sadly, Chelsea. 1-1 in penalty loss, unfortunately, in the Carabao Cup final. They get to the FA Cup final and beat Middlesbrough 2-0. This is a weird season. Unfortunately, however, Europe does not do kindly to them. Out in the Conference League round of 16 to Copenhagen. So overall for Aston Villa, definitely a weird one. The Premier League is awful. Conference League is awful. Winners of the FA Cup, but runners-up of the Carabao Cup is not bad on those two. Yeah, squad-wise, we are not looking at a good sea of green right there. 25 goals for Diaby, Zaniolo only with 17. Assists, 14 for Douglas Luiz, 13 for McGinn. Average rating, Martinez is up there with a 7.19. That's pretty nice. Data hub for Liverpool, you've got the attacking side very well done. Dribbles are even less than Premier League average. Interesting. The defensive pieces, you are missing a couple of things here, but we got goals per game, only 2.55 is around the average mark thereabouts. 1.08 conceded, 1.3 XG against. Aston Villa actually not having a bad attacking run themselves. Again, crossing percentage though, passing percentage, dribbles per game is all a bit down. Defensively as well. Goals per game, 2.24 and then 1.76 conceded, 1.8 XG against. Those are actually defensively a bit higher than usual. With Aston Villa's place in the table, unfortunately, we have to run back to this screen. Liverpool in first, 2.16 points per game. Aston Villa in 10th with 1.5. And then getting to the rest of the stats, 97 goals for Liverpool is topping the list. 85 tied with Tottenham is Aston Villa. So again, a very attacking tactic. There's some issues on the backside. Fewer shots against, Liverpool in 7th with 378. Most possession in, 7th for Liverpool as well, 54%. Most dribbles made, not there. And then most shots for Liverpool in first with 656, 591 for Aston Villa. But now, how did our side of Ipswich Town do? Third place, I guess is not bad. We've definitely seen them plenty higher than this. But 94 points is roughly a little bit below, just a smidge below average these days. In the past couple of weeks, they've been anywhere from 3rd to 5th or thereabouts. Unfortunately, though, they are not getting through the playoffs this time around. And as you could see, in the playoff semifinals, they got absolutely demolished. Away from home, they got a 0-0 draw, but at home, they got a 2-7 loss. That hurts. And that's after beating Hull a couple of weeks before. So domestic cups, though, out against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup 3rd round 2-3, and then out against West Ham in the 4th round replay of the FA Cup 2-4 in extra time. So overall, the championship, you're 3rd place, but that just 7-2 loss hurts. FA Cup, Carabao Cup, not too bad, but not the greatest we've seen. Kind of about average. Squad-wise, yeah, the green definitely isn't there, but 19 goals for Connor Chaplin, Wes Burns with 11. Those are the only ones in double digits. Chaplin and Burns with 15 assists apiece. I'm going to assume that Leif Davis, yep, is no longer in the building. And then Christian Walton's up there, but Connor Chaplin gets a 709. But now just remember, transfer-wise, transfers are on to a degree. I'm not doing anything. It's all my assistant coaches and everything. And they're basically told, don't sell anyone that's less than what their asking price is. And then they only bring people in if it's absolutely necessary. So really, transfers aren't doing all that much. But Leif Davis tends to go off to PSG a lot in these saves. But as we take a look at the championship stats, most points per game, third place with 1.96. Most goals, Ipswich in first with 117. Very well done there. Fewest shots against, not there. Most possession in 8th with 53%. Most dribbles made in 8th with 659. And most shots for in first with 808. So let's take a look at the tactic itself. We have a sweeper keeper in support. We're going to start on the right this time around. Wing back in support next to a ball-playing defender in defend and a central defender in defend. A deep-lying playmaker in defend. A complete wing back in attack. Box-to-box in support. Inside forward on the left in attack, inverted winger in attack on the right, with an advanced playmaker in support sandwich in between, and then an advanced forward in attack up front. Attacking mentality, in possession attacking width is fairly wide. Approach plays pass into space, overlap on the left and the right. Passing directness is standard, tempo is higher, mixed crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, take short kicks. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, and prevent your goalkeeper distribution. But now, overall, how did it do for our three teams? I mean, not too bad to a degree. Ipswich Town, third place is not bad, 94 points. You could possibly get up into that 97 second place mark. But overall, we have definitely seen better. We've definitely seen asymmetrics that have done more for this. But I mean, 115 goals, it is through and through attacking, no question about it. And if we take a look at Liverpool and Aston Villa, we can see Liverpool, 82 points. Again, downturn for the Premier League, no question about it, but 97 goals is pretty nice. Now, Aston Villa is definitely not doing very well. 85 goals is fantastic, tied for second, but 10th place, 57 points. I really think if you got in here, you could do a little bit better than this. I mean, if you're able to get from 57 to 65 to 68, getting up into the table is a little bit more important right now. But you know what? I think definitely if you took controllers, you could do a little bit better yourself. But I think it's got pieces that you can work with, that you can take a look at. Oh, I don't have a player that fits here. I have a player that fits here instead. You're going to have your own transfer market to deal with. So I think you could do a lot more with this. But that's it for me, 7FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.